I did forget one thing. After you've done the introduction, you stop on the I did forget one thing. Probably forgot half a dozen things.
Do you want to start with lighting the Advent first?
Which bit you want to do? Welcome you want to do? After you do the introduction and the welcome, please.
I hate it was really big and it stood right up and you could put all your bits in the back.
Thank you very much. I did put a positive thought.
Oh, it's ready, aren't
Yeah.
Welcome everybody. Me again. I got pushed on the stage as usual. Sorry.
Volunteered.
Sorry for no tie. So welcome everybody here.
Hang on a minute. Somebody needs to finish their conversation. Thank you.
Welcome, girls. And welcome to everybody in line, wherever you are around the world, and welcome to those staying at home today. Again, welcome. Can I remind everybody to please switch off your mobile phones if you haven't done that already. And we are now approaching the first week of Advent, aren't we?
We are.
So the first thing we're going to do is light the candle, yes?
Thank you.
Right, so we're going to light the Advent candle.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Just before we get into the throes of the service, it's so wonderful that we've got people here that are able to step in and not fill in.
Well, the fee's very good.
Do the job.
500.
We'll discuss that after. We'll discuss that after. About 2 o'clock.
Next year.
Yeah. So, we are a Christian spiritualist church, but we are also a progressive church. There is nothing to say that we cannot marry these two energies, because many of us were brought up going to Sunday school, going to church. Many of us were not brought up in that way. Absolutely fine. But as we approach this time of year, it's the energy that we're honouring, the Christmas time energy. Anybody went out shopping yesterday in Poole? Anybody regret going out shopping yesterday in Poole? Once we get the commercial energy out of the side, I'm sure you'll agree there is that magic still at this time of year. And that magic is just through being here, being with loved ones, helping, giving a hand, just smiling. So in and through that energy, we start the first of our Advent services by lighting the candles, which is a tradition that goes back many, many, many years. And each candle each week represents a different facet. So the first candle always is hope. And goodness me, do we not need that in today's world? So we light this candle in the name of hope, and we keep that hope alive within us. And not only the thought of hope, but also the working towards the resolution in and through that hope that inspires that desire. So thank you. I'd now like to go into the opening prayer. So if you can join me in this, wonderful. If you wish to go off in your own expression, absolutely wonderful. All right. So as we gather here today, Divine Father, Mother God, God of our own understanding, we join as one to experience this time, the company of Spirit drawing close, those loved ones that have gone before, and also those guides, those philosophers, those inspirers, and most of all the healers all working together to create this atmosphere, to create this time, this moment. And we sit here open now, open to the influence of the other world, and realizing that the other world is actually this world. There is no separation. Heart, mind, body, soul and spirit function as one within each and every one of us here. So now, as we're merging our energies for this time and this experience, let us also bring out that love within us. Express that love for everything that we have and those that we know. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. And if you'd like to join me now in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not when in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you, everybody. And now we come to the healing part of our service. Healing is for everybody. It's not a special gift given to a few. We can all do it. Healing is basically the strength of your love focused through spirit, from spirit, through spirit, to spirit. So thank you very much. And during the service, this part of the service, if there's anybody that you know that you wish to send healing to, and also remember, send healing to yourself if you need it, please lift up your hand and call out their name, and we can focus all of our energies on them and everybody else. Thank you. Our Father God, divine loving Spirit, thank you for your healing. Lawrence.
Simon.
Would you like to give us your reading or philosophy, or both, please?
Or something else.
Or something
even.
else. Tap dance.
No, you really don't want to say that. So, good morning, everybody. Very big, warm welcome to everybody, both here and both watching us online also. So today's service goes under the banner of one of our revival services. Those of you know me, excuse me. Sorry, the perfectionist in me. I just remembered that candle when it was a bit OCD on things, so forgive me for that. But these revival services are our way of bringing back some of the things that we used to do very openly and very regularly within spiritualism. I'm talking about the 1920s, 1930s, 40s era of spiritualism, when it was still a fairly young, fairly vibrant, fairly engaging movement. I am an ardent spiritualist. I make no bones about that. All right, spiritualism is my life, not just because of where I am here now, but because it is such an inherent part of me. In my works with spirit, my unfoldment has come in, my understandings have grown, but that's my path. And I must say, I'm enjoying it. What's on the verges at the moment, I'm not too happy about, but never mind, the road is clear. And one of the things within this beautiful, we are a religion, we are a recognised religion, we are a philosophy, we are an understanding, we are a way of life. No matter what term you want to put to it, it fits because it suits you, because it's a very personal relationship. Now, over the years, and going back probably about 25, 35 years, the act of mental mediumship, which I fit very well at times, has come to be known as the face of mediumship. And in fact, the very term mediumship. Mediumship is a collective term. We've got our wonderful healers here today who are our healing mediums. We have our philosophical mediums. We have our evidential mediums. It sounds a bit pedantic to keep breaking things down, but it does, in my view, help to understand that mediumship is a collective term. And within that collective, there are various forms of expressions of mediumship. So, as I go back to the recent past within our movement, the focus has become very much on the evidential medium. This is a medium that you'll see week in, week out, twice a week, 3 times a week, who knows? And now with the advent of online, you can sit at home. Do you know what? You can get a message 24 hours a day online at the moment. What the quality of those messages are is up to you to decide. But it's all about this mental mediumship. It's all about the medium struggling, in many cases, or navigating that path to provide the evidence that they have this person with us. I think that needs to be looked at a wee bit more now, because we can be very quickly become focused and locked on the phenomena. And let's face it, we've all done it, myself included. Oh, he was good last week. Oh, I'm going to go back and see him and see if he gets something better. Or the flip side of that is, oh no, I don't like them very much. No, I won't go this week. I'll go next week when they've got a good medium on. This happens because we get focused on that one teeny tiny facet. And there is so much more. There is so much more. Our healing mediums that you've seen working today, and in many cases received healing. Do you feel a benefit from that? People who have had healing today, do you feel a benefit from the healing that you've had?
Definitely.
Yeah. That is another expression of spiritualism, another expression of mediumship. You know, the spirit world aren't here. They don't sit on a cloud waiting for some medium to go, Aunt Sally, I need you. Oh, is it my time, dear? Hold on, I'll just pop down and share memories of when I dropped the sandwiches at the wedding, or how many bloomers blew off the line, or whatever. There is so much more. The spirit world is incredibly active. We struggle because we live here. We identify with the physical world. And sometimes we put this format on the spirit world, that it is the same as here. My understanding is the spirit world is going to be whatever you think it's going to be when you first go there. In my case, when I take that final blink, I'm going to open my eyes and I'm going to be at the Queen concert at Nebworth in 1976 because it was awesome. And I want that to be my first expression, my first memory. Mind you, when it does happen, I'll be going, oh, damn. Keep playing, keep playing. But it's what we create. But in time, and when you're ready, nothing is ever forced upon us by spirit. It's very easy for us to become disassociated with spirit. I see people at times say, oh, I'm just waiting for spirit to draw close. I'm asking spirit to bring me something. Well, one day I'm going to be up there and I'm going to hear that and I'm going to go, nah, get it yourself. Because the thing in spiritualism, it teaches you, it all starts with you. You are spirit incarnate. The spirit world is part of you as you are part of the spirit world. This disassociation slows us. Your loved ones. Hands up. You have a memory of a loved one and you feel that presence. You're your own mediums because you are spirit. And there is no gulf. There is no separation, only of the physical. But that person is still with you. That person is still alive. And spirit is engaged in very intelligent dialogue, experimentation, and they love it when the physical world works with them and works with them in the energy of experimentation. Because it's exciting for us to go, oh, will this work? Which is what I'm thinking at the moment. Will this work? Will this work? And the spirit world are learning from us and going, okay, yeah, this is good. We'll try this. We'll try and work with this. So a lot of the things that we'll be doing in the revival services, a lot of mediums will recognise these from the good old days of sitting in circle. Because we can use various tools and techniques in our development as mediums. And the key word there is tools. Now, members of my circle will know now what I'm about to say, because what is a tool? It is just a tool. Don't invest yourself in whatever you use. Obviously, cards. Cards are a very big thing because they are so accessible. You can buy them within markets, online, wherever. So people buy their cards, their angel cards, their ascended master cards, whatever the denomination of them. But then we have a tendency to get a little bit fixated and go, oh, they worked really well. So do you see the disassociation coming in straight away? They worked really well. No, they didn't. You did. You probably were having a good day that day, so you worked really well. But we have this disassociation. And then what can tend to happen is that we invest our power, because we're little thought monkeys at times, and we put our power in other things. When I first started working on the platform, I had lucky socks. And if I didn't wear my lucky socks, it wouldn't have worked. And one day I forgot to put my lucky socks on, and guess what?
Didn't work.
It didn't work. Because I realised I didn't have my lucky socks on. And I told myself, this is not going to work because I haven't got my lucky socks on, and job done. It really didn't work.
You've got them on now.
I have. And my lucky... I've progressed. I have lucky undies on now. No, I don't. But it's very easy. We disassociate ourselves and we give away that power. Tools are wonderful things. Now, the job of a tool is to... Oh, do stop moaning. Sorry, the cat's having her first day out. She's on medicine. She feels better, so give her a love. The job of a tool is to give the physical mind that distraction. Because one of our biggest problems is our physical mind. We will receive, understand, connect with something in spirit, and straight away our physical mind's in there going, what's that about? What's all that about? Tell me, I want to understand that. Well, it's not for the medium to understand, because it's not our understanding. I can relive from heart, from memory, hello, all the things, all the experiences with my mother and father. But a medium separate to me can only perceive commonalities between that relationship. They cannot recreate in soul, in essence, that relationship, because it is not theirs to recreate. But the job of the medium is to empower you, the sitter, to recreate that time. And the best way to do that, in the beginning especially, is by using various tools to shut the mind up. I call it the practice of giving the kid a ball to play with. So the mind's away and the influence is less likely to be interrupted, less likely to be sullied by the mind of trying to interpret it. I'll give you a very good example. A gentleman many years ago was working here. And I know, wow. And the communication, and he kept repeating, he's holding a salmon. And the sitter was going, I don't understand that. But he's got this salmon. I don't understand it. But it's a great big salmon. And this actually was starting to get a bit laborious by this stage. And I was fortunate enough to be chairing, and I could see he was stuck in that groove. The sitter was going, I have no relationship with the salmon. I really don't understand why you keep saying salmon. And actually it's starting to get a bit creepy now. And I just said to him, what are you seeing? He said, it's fish. And the sitter went, that was his surname. The mind. Yeah. If I ask you all to think of a boat, there's going to be every variety of boat. You're not all going to think of the same boat. You're going to think of your own. And this is how the mind is something we need to navigate our way through and use various techniques to quieten the mind, to allow the intuition. Now, the intuition and the psychic side. Now, psychic is the reading of one-to-one energy. So the lovely Sonia here, if I'm working with your energy, okay, shouldn't have picked you, should I? I can see the questions, I can see the doubts, I can feel that. I can also feel there is one thing at the moment which is very much occupying my mind, but I also feel with that, this too will pass. This too will pass. But at the moment, it's a bit like wood for the trees. You understand that? Yeah. That is purely, got that word. That is purely working with Sonia's energy. Now, we often see that passed off as mediumship. It is not any form of mediumship, it is psychism. And be honest. If you're going to be a psychic, be a good, honest psychic. If you're going to be an evidential medium, be a good evidential medium. Yeah? Know the difference, understand your craft. So that information, very briefly with that connection with the lovely Sonia, thank you so much, here, is purely sensing what's in the energy of Sonia. Evidential mediumship, connection with the spirit world, would be, I would be receiving the evidence from the communicator in spirit to relay to Sonia. And ideally, what we would like in that process is when that memory, that thought, that presence of somebody who has gone before us comes back to Sonia, her mind, her heart, her very essence will open up to that communicator. So there's two forms of communication going on here. There's the verbal, the descriptive from the medium, but there is also the emotional, the sensate communication from the communicator. With any form of
psychometry.
Thank you. Do you know what? I have a mental block on that word. Any form of any form of psychometry is initially you are using the vibration attached to the object or the person or the location. But then you are also open, you put your intent out already for the spirit to step in. So it's a really interesting way of working. It's a very energetic, because my tongue is doing backflips at the moment up here. It's wonderful. And it's just a different way of working with the spirit. But it's also a way of, as this ardent spiritualist, it would break my heart to see people coming into this church week in, week out, being told everything, you do this, you do that, now go home. Because where's the growth in that? Nowhere. Where does it open doors for you? Nowhere. The whole purpose of spiritualism is to talk to you directly and open those doors for your journey. So, I will shut up.
We have a hymn coming.
We have a hymn. Do you want me to call it out? Because obviously you can't stand at the moment. You can do it sat down.
This is one of the church healers, by the way. You've been schooled well, haven't you? It's a little purring ball.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So yes, we're having our hymn. And that, He leadeth me, O blessed thought.
And during this, the collection will be taken by lovely Marguerite.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Words with heavenly comfort fraught. and death cold wave. I will not flee, since God through Jordan leadeth me.
Shall I introduce myself? Yes, so I'd like to ask our speaker to introduce himself to us, please, and explain what psychometry is and what he's about to do. For those, anybody new here today? Hello, welcome.
Enjoying it so far? Good.
Thank you for coming.
This should be a joy. This should be a joy. So, with the photographs, the idea is that through the vibration and without seeing the photo, certain amounts of evidence can be picked up psychically. It could be around the photo, it could be around the person who's put them down, it could be, if it's a photo of somebody, it could be around them or around that situation. Okay? I know this sounds like I'm fishing, but I'm genuinely not. I'm explaining how it works. But then, we then shift into the mediumistic side, where the communicator will start providing the evidence to supplement what I have said by using the psychic side. We're happy with that? Got an idea now, yeah? Is it interesting?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Here we go. Now, I did ask you to write the name, address, and date of birth and method of passing of the person in the photo on the back. I didn't. I'm lying. So I have this one to begin with. Please don't say, put your hand up, say it's mine. Immediately when I pick this envelope up, I'm being drawn very much to thoughts and memories of London. We're in London. Show me. I've got thoughts here of North London, and I'm hearing Tulse Hill, but I'm also hearing... see, I'm not hearing it because it's... what is it? It's not Notting Hill, it's another hill in London. Muswell, thank you. Muswell Hill and that area. I also get a feeling here of connection with football. If I'm not mistaken, I want to go down the Arsenal route. Now, I could be seeing the Arsenal football scarf because that's the only one I know. So that is the only one that's going to come into my mind. So if it's not Arsenal, but I do feel there's this connection here with football and children. And I want to be going to watch children playing football. I know I've got memories here of watching children playing football in all weathers. But enjoying that. So, whose envelope is this, please? The yellow one. Yours. And beautiful photo. It's your mother. Beautiful photo there. Could you understand any of that which I was picking up? Now, don't look immediately to Mum, but around. Does that make sense anywhere for you? The London link. North London? Not North London, so we're going down south. Okay. And the link here with the football. Not at the moment. I know it's a gentleman, because as I'm working here now and inviting in the spirit world, there is a gentleman stepping forward initially. He's slowing me down as I talk. I didn't have an issue with the speech, but I was just slower in responding to things. I've got this softer edge to me. I'm sensing a gentleman about yay high, fairly stocky would be being kind, so we're going a little bit over stocky and some extra for the winter. The tide was going out with the hairline. You've got to be so careful how you describe spirit, because they do get very, especially the lady, I've been told off so many times by you. But I've also got this warmth with this gentleman. and I've got a close connection with you because I'm very comfortable in your presence. And I know from time to time I'm thought about, and I'm not immediately close to you in family, but there is this closeness. Are you understanding this, man? You are. You would understand too why he is coming through at this time, because he would be one for words of advice. He would also be a very good listener, he tells me. And at times we need that ear, don't we? We need to talk to somebody and talk about our inner feelings and what's going on with our life without them saying, oh, I know, you know what, when I went through, then suddenly it all becomes about them, because that's not helpful, is it? You just need that being able to express things. But not so much looking for the answer, because you're finding that through the talking, through expressing yourself, and in that sort of company, you're finding your own answer. You understand that? Yeah. Because he's saying that's wonderful. You said, because if I told you to do X, Y, Z, you may have done it, because you had a great deal of respect for me, he tells me. You respected this man. You may have done it, but because I was telling you to do it, it wouldn't have the effect of you realising and understanding here. But as I have this photo in my hand, tell me please, am I right in saying with mother here, handbags?
Yes.
Because I'm stood like that and I've got this great big handbag hanging off my hand, which wouldn't be the first time. And I know in this handbag everything was in there.
Yes.
Yeah. House keys, car keys, bird baths, hankies, sweets. Are these barley sugars or mints, toffee, mints? Yes, I know they were always there. They were, oh gosh, they could cure anything, couldn't they?
Yes.
It didn't matter what, your leg was hanging off. Here, have a mint. Have a mint, you feel better. Beautiful character as your mum comes in. I'm quite refined.
Yes.
I'm quite elegant as well. I'm quite elegant in my way. I've got a tremor coming into my body which was later in life. This just slight tremor. You're not understanding that. Is this emotional? Okay. I'm misinterpreting this. This tremor. She felt things very deeply, very emotionally, but she's very good at keeping this front on. Because this, calm down with that one. This condition she is sharing with me here is about, obviously, listen, I know you, Jan, and I know certain things, but I do not know everything, okay? But I know she's talking here about the recent concerns of health, of the granddaughter. She's over the moon, got a great-granddaughter. Oh wow! I said about the football, but she's just come in and going, yes, at last! She would have been all over this little one. Yeah, she would have been absolutely all over. She said, I love boys, but that was it. I love boys, but she understands, and she's so pleased that things are coming out of the mists and things are being resolved. And she gives me, we don't forecast, but she gives me a confidence here about her. All right? There is a confidence there. She does add a caveat. You're not out of the woods, but don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. And she says, I love you. What's the celebration coming up in December, please, apart from Christmas? 15th. 15th of December. Is that behind you? Oh, get out of the message. What's the matter with you? Right. listen, so very, very eager to talk, and I'm not going to stop them because they'll just be nipping me all day long. All right, just take, because this, sorry Jan, I'll just quickly skip to the message grabber behind you. This is associated with the lady. Don't cross your hands with me, lady, because that's how this lady is coming in like that. Very strong, very independent, and she's saying, I'm keeping an eye on you. All right, I'm keeping an eye on you. Back to Jan's mum. Thank you, darling. She was very gracious, your mum, at stepping aside for that.
She would have been.
Because she always puts other people first. Yeah. And she says, but my advice for you is find your time. Find your time. You're doing wonderfully, but don't forget yourself. All right? Like that. With a hanky up my sleeve as well. It's like a magician's act, isn't it? I'm going to be pulling out rabbits and flags in a minute like that. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Jan. So, do you get an idea of how that works? Interesting?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it again?
Yes.
Bugger. We have a rule in mediumship. You know, if you do a really good message, try and finish there. Come on, stop this and that. I like recyclers. You know, the very second I picked that up, I've just had the name of George being called out. George. Again, don't look for the identity of the person in the photo, look around the family, because as we've just seen, other people will step in at times because they have the qualities, the energies and the thoughts that you need at this time. All right, my mum was great. My mum was like a rock. But there were times I needed help in other forms that I couldn't go to my mum about. So, and this is exactly the way this continues with the spirit link here. You know what? As I'm holding this envelope, I'm very aware of the healing vibration as well with this envelope. So the person the person who put this here is either actively working with their healing. If not, they should actually be looking at understanding healing, because it's very, very prominent. And again, I feel this is with the person who put the envelope there. There's a very good listening ability with this person. As I said earlier, you know, sometimes you say something to somebody and immediately they turn it back on to, well, yes, because when I was going through that, I felt exactly the same. Well, no, you didn't, because we all feel differently. And thank you for trying, but please don't do that. But this person is a very good listener. I also feel with this, there's a Christmas tree just walked past. It's interesting. Am I seeing that or am I seeing that? I do feel with this, there's some sort of celebration or happy, really happy memory contained within this picture. If I may open it. Oh my goodness. It's like the Oscars.
And the winner is for the best
we're never going to get in here.
in opening an envelope.
I also sense a person is...
Sense of humour as well, I think.
Yeah. Oh, let's try it that way. There we go. Yes? Yes. This is not a fix. This is exactly where the energy went. This is exactly where the energy went. So would you understand what I was saying there? Certainly about the healing. Yeah. Certainly about the ability to listen. Is that right, Val? Yeah. Yes. Sometimes you go to a friend or a partner to verify because they're much more forthcoming and they actually can give this objective view. I want this time of celebration with this. I want this really cherished memory of happiness. And I want summer's-filled day, and I want peace and quiet and a much-needed break as well, because I feel things at this time, it was a very busy time for both of you. Okay. I also feel at this time the beginnings of other things were starting to be felt. Yeah. Because he's talking about the face that I put on. Ooh, wow. And the unsurety, even hidden from you, he tells me. You discovered things after he passed that he'd hidden from you because he didn't want to upset you, because you're my little jewel. You are my jewel. You still are. You still are. We're talking about this thoughts of travel too around this time. You understand that? And some of those didn't come to fruition, correct? And he says, I understand at this time, I understand. All right? But don't put those thoughts away. Just put them on the back burner. All right? Tell me, please, were there talks of somewhere like Bali? No, but Bali's just came to mind. So don't dismiss that. But Bali. But I also feel when I link in with that energy of Bali, there is this energy. He's got a really good energy, hasn't he? He has. And he's got a certain feyness, not in the way that we understand it, in spiritualism. But as I say, when the Bali thought came in, of that sort of indigenous form of honouring the ancestors and worship, much different to spiritualism, but there was this quasi-religious side as well here. You're not sure about that, but I know he had thoughts here. He had thoughts about beyond life. Also had thoughts here. We sit there staring up at the stars and talking and wondering what's behind the next one, what's behind the next one. He's just got this beautiful character and beautiful personality. It was bringing in what he's talking about here. I know that you are receiving healing, and in time, maybe look at developing your own. If you do, great. If you don't, great. Simple as that. But I know he's talking too here about dreams. This is very interesting. He's talking about dreams and not giving up on dreams. Do you know what? He is holding your left hand so tightly now. He really is. And he's just there, and he's very quiet as he does this. He was a very quiet tower of strength. He said, I did have a side as well. And sometimes with a little libation, we could get a little bit frisky. Is there a love of live music here as well? Because I'm hearing various bands playing in the background as well, just showing these different facets. But today, this is so clever the way they work. This is so clever. I couldn't have set this up, could I, any better than it's working. How wonderful. It's not giving up on our dreams. That really is the essence of what he's talking about. Not giving up on our dreams. But I do see them symbolically being moved to like the back burner of the cooker. And he went, that's fine, but not out of sight. Not out of sight. And he's just shown this beautiful, beautiful vision here of, you know, when you get the spectacular sunrises where you get the rays of light coming up. That is a really heartening symbol, all right, because that is the start of a new day, and each day is a new life. And he's just shown that as promise. Understand why at the moment hard, but as promise of, you know what, he's got a cheeky side as well, because he went, trust me. Trust me. Yeah, thank you. Just I picked this up, I looked at the envelopes quickly thinking, I hope people remember which of their envelopes here afterwards, but my mind just got drawn. I had an image here of, do you remember Inspector Clouseau? Before, you know, we weren't allowed to laugh at funny things anymore. But I was drawn very much to the mac that he used to wear, the light tan mac with the collar up here. But I also feel very drawn to, it's like the energy of Peter Sellers, that sort of energy, because he was a remarkable, remarkable person. He had these two sides. He had his comedy side, he had his acting side, which he carried out and excelled at. But there was also a very much deeper side to Peter Sellers that is not often explored or talked about. He would have made a very good spiritualist because he had a very inquiring mind, and he was very thoughtful as well. And I can't move away from Peter Sellers. If this is Peter Sellers, that'd be fabulous, but I don't think it is. But I'd also think the names Peter and Sellers have some relevance here as well. They do have some relevance. So, where am I?
Right. That's me.
Fix!
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 So somebody else can have a go. Do you want to?
No, you were coming to the service today. I was taking a bigger part of it. So would you understand the names Peter and Sellers?
No.
You don't? Great. Get off. I'll do somebody else now.
But there is a Yes, there is a connection.
There is a connection.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And you would also understand this
Duality.
This too, because they're very different.
Yes, very.
Very different. I would step. It's a little bit like me, actually. Don't laugh. I am actually quite a shy person.
Really?
Oh, God. Yeah. I step into a role, but I can very easily just step back into my role as well. And I feel very much this is with this character. This was a cancer condition that took
Yes.
a little bit.
Yeah.
And this was a bugger.
Yes.
His words.
Yes.
This was like a galloping horse.
Yes.
Yeah. And he wasn't happy.
Not at all.
He was not happy. And he's still not very happy.
Mm.
He said, I had lots to do. This gentleman run a bar or something, please?
He ran things, but not a bar.
Not a bar, but I know but I would have to be showy where I'm running it. I would have to have that persona.
Oh, yes.
Yes? I would have to put that persona out. Really funny. Wicked sense of humour.
Very.
Absolutely wicked sense of humour. I love it. I couldn't say any day in a church, let alone on a Sunday, but he really is wicked and really is ripping, and he's ripping into you, which he used to do quite regularly. But
It was scary as a child. I was scared of him as a child.
But I only did that because I loved you.
Yes, I know that.
That was my way of showing affection.
Yeah.
That was my way of showing affection. He draws me back to the other end of life here with himself. And there's a great, it's a funny emotion. It's like a mixture of frustration and regret
Yes,
of things left undone and unsaid.
very much.
There was rifts in the family
Very
where
much.
words had not been shared for many a year.
Correct.
And he's just talking, this is interesting because he's talking to everybody because this is his personality. He would like
Yes.
to address, he,
Yeah,
he likes an
absolutely.
audience.
Oh, yes.
Oh yes, I like an audience, wonderful. Get back in your box, mate. He's just saying,
Powerful energy. Yeah.
yes, he's just saying, do you know what? He said, if there's somebody that you haven't spoken to for years, you need to sit and look at it and go, am I still carrying that energy? Am I still there? Ooh, hello, go on, go for it, go for it, sir. Am I still there when I think of that person? Am I still holding on to that hurt and anguish I felt at the time? Because if I am, it's your time to say, I release you, contact, even by letter, to just say, I'm so sorry, things haven't worked the way they should have, but that's life, I wish you well. Just to close it. He said, because when I went back over, and even now, because it's been over a while, even now I am still working very hard on releasing old hurts.
Yeah.
And he said, take my advice. Release them now. What does sorry cost? Nothing. But release them now. But sooner or later, we need to release. Nice man. Thank you. Right.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay. Fine.
Everything is spot on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Spirit.
This is not a setup. All right. This is by no means. It's not set up by us. It's set up by
By
them,
them.
which is absolutely fine.
Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you very much. And some notices of what's going on in the church. Saturday the 6th of December, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. is our Christmas market with Mark Stone. Do you want to explain to people who haven't been here before who Mark Stone is?
Yeah. Mark will be bringing a very wide range of esoteric gifts and goods, crystals, calendars, diaries, etc. Mark used to run a couple of centres here in the town, obviously with our government's wonderful war on retailers. They had to disappear, as we're seeing so sadly everywhere now. But this is not a party political statement on behalf of the Lawrence Party.
This is church announcements.
This is church announcements. So Mark will be here. There will be various other stalls within the church here of various goods, some to be confirmed. Having a lot of trouble getting stall holders to actually confirm at the moment, but the day will be what it will be. Mark is here on Sunday to take our service, which will be more of a regular divine service. Also, before and after the service, his goods will still be available at the back of the church.
Yes, and on Sunday the 7th, with our divine service, is Mark taking that?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's also bringing his range of esoteric goods. Monday the 8th of December, 7:15 p.m, healing evening, last one of 2025. My goodness, hasn't it gone quickly? Tuesday the 9th, 7 p.m, is a gong bath with Scania Price. What do you want to say about Scania Price?
No, just have a look on the website.
Yeah.
Search Scania Price, not just Scania, because you end up with a load of trucks.
Lorries. Yeah. It's a good one, that, isn't it? Scania Price. And then on Thursday, the 18th of December, there is a theatre trip just across the road there to the Lighthouse, in the smaller of the theatres, for Ghost Tales, a Victorian ghost story at Christmas time. Very nice.
We've got a few tickets. You know, hands up who would think, oh, I'd like to go to the theatre, but I don't want to go on my own. Well, there you go. There's an opportunity. Tickets are £15, which is the cost price of them. It's in one of the studios, so it's a very intimate surrounding. And there's 3 ghost stories, and who doesn't love a good ghost story at Christmas? So it's all part of it.
Sunday the 21st, 11 a.m. Divine Service and carols, if you'd like to come along and sing carols with us, and with Jamie Williamson. Hello, Jamie. And what else?
Jamie will be leading the singing.
And then Wednesday the 24th, 5 p.m. Christmas Eve service. Thursday the 25th, 12 till 3 p.m. Christmas Day lunch for those in need, and please advise attendance.
Yeah. So once again, through the generosity of our congregation, both here and out there online, thank you so much. We are able to provide a Christmas Day luncheon for people that are struggling, alone, or feeling isolated within the community. If you could let us know if you're coming, that's all we ask. There's no fee, it's free, but we do ask that you let us know you're coming. Okay? Obviously, if you have a last minute change of heart, we're not going to turn you away unless you turn up with a family of 10, in which case
Or a 52
that
seat
doesn't
bus.
constitute, yes, yeah, football club outing. But yeah, and it's just wonderful that people within our community here and further afield, is what I said, there's inherent good everywhere, but all we get fed is the bad. Yeah, look beyond the bad, there is so much good.
So, would you like to
I
do
would
the
love to.
closing prayer? Thank you.
Thank you. Still got your mummy. Your mum's like this, isn't she? She's got a pose. It's a way of standing. So, dear friends, we join together still and harmonise our thoughts, our energies, and we give out that gratitude and thanks for those who have drawn close this day, for those who have been able to demonstrate through the art and the act of communication that love and life are eternal. There is only the passing of the physical body. The essence, the true personality, is indestructible and lives on. Bless you. Amen.
Amen. And bless you. Thank you, everybody, for coming, and have a lovely Sunday. That was wonderful, wasn't it? Look, we should do another one in January, shouldn't we?
Yeah. The first one is going to be a very different service. We'll turn it right on its head. Look, you left it right at the front there, so I'll pick it, didn't you?
So, and the people down there, and that one, photos on the table.
Oh, I see.
That was yours.